Husband forgot the past 8 years and wants a divorce. 3 months ago, I woke up to him screaming. Not the kind of scream you hear in movies, but this guttural sound like an animal caught in a trap. He was staring at me with pure terror, asking who I was and what I was doing in his bed. I tried to calm him down, thinking maybe he was having a nightmare, but he shoved me so hard I fell off the mattress. He kept yelling, "Where's Juliet? Where's Juliet?" over and over. I'd never heard that name before in my life. I called 911 thinking he was having a stroke or something. The paramedics had to physically restrain him because he wouldn't let anyone touch him. At the hospital, they ran every test imaginable. CT scan, MRI, blood work, everything. That's when they found evidence of a concussion from 2 weeks prior. Turns out he'd been in a minor car accident in a parking garage, hit his head on the steering wheel. He never told me about it. Said it wasn't a big deal. The doctor said it triggered dissociative amnesia and that he genuinely believed he was still 24 years old and in college. When they released him 5 days later, his mom brought him home. He looked at our house like he'd never seen it before. Walked through every room, touching things with this confused expression. That first week was hell. He'd flinch every time I got near him, slept on the couch even though I offered to take it instead. I'd catch him searching Juliet's name on his laptop at 3 in the morning. One night I couldn't take it anymore and looked over his shoulder. Her Facebook profile was open. I saw her face and my stomach dropped. She was beautiful, like the kind of beautiful that makes you feel inadequate just looking at her photo. I scrolled through her page later when he was asleep. She'd gotten married 6 years ago, had 2 kids, lived in Portland. I asked him about her the next morning and he got defensive. Said she was the love of his life and he never should have let me convince him to transfer schools. That hit different because I didn't convince him. He transferred because he wanted to. At least that's what he told me back then. He moved in with his brother 2 weeks after that conversation. Didn't even pack properly. Just threw clothes in garbage bags and left. His brother called me apologizing, saying he didn't know what to do. The divorce papers arrived 3 weeks later via certified mail. His lawyer kept emphasizing that the amnesia made him not mentally competent when we got married, that our entire relationship was based on a version of him that no longer existed. I was devastated. My mom flew in from Ohio and found me on the bathroom floor, crying so hard I couldn't breathe. She made me eat, made me shower, made me call a lawyer. My lawyer said we could fight it. That amnesia doesn't just erase legal obligations, but I didn't want to force someone to stay who clearly didn't want to be there. I agreed to one thing though, therapy. Just one session to see if it would help. He showed up 20 minutes late wearing the same hoodie he'd worn in college, sat as far from me as possible. The therapist was this older woman named Dr. Hartman, who had kind eyes and didn't seem fazed by anything. She asked him to tell her about Juliet. He lit up, started describing her like she was some mythical creature. Talked for 20 minutes straight about how funny she was, how smart, how she got him in a way no one else did. I sat there feeling smaller with every word. Then Dr. Hartman asked him something simple. "Can you tell me about your first date with Juliet?" He paused, looked confused, said it was nice.
Click the link in my profile to watch the exciting follow-up.